I play the saxophone. I started in 5th grade, so I guess this is my 8th year now. In terms of getting into music, I started when we were growing up in Nigeria and we all had that recorder stage. I guess what ultimately got me into the piano and eventually the saxophone was the fact that I kind of wanted to play more notes than the recorder had, and the saxophone was the next step from there. So in terms of jazz playing, solos are a big part of that, and that's all based in like creative expression. So one player that I try to emulate is Miles Davis. Although not strictly for saxophone, I try to use his motifs in some of my playing, which is always nice. So the type of music I listen to for saxophone is mainly jazz. So Charlie Parker, Miles Davis. I listen to a lot of kind of free jazz, which is based on a lot of like self-expression. It doesn't have to be very neat and orderly. I do listen to a lot of Charlie Parker and Miles Davis, which is based fundamentally on free jazz, which is that like creative unbounded like self-expression. It is based on that like uncontained beyond the bars music, which I like to kind of emulate during solos. What inspires me to keep going with music is the fact that it's something I can't really put down. It's kind of like a book that you can't necessarily put down. It's a roller coaster that you've got on and you can't get off. In terms of music, like music has become part of my identity. And as such, if I had ever given it up, then I would have lost part of who I am. Being that it's my last year in high school now, going off to college, I'd like to at least start 1 or 2 jazz clubs. But it's definitely something I'd want to continue. I don't think I'd ever want to lose it. So the ACS music department for me is all about progress. It's about acceleration. It's about opportunities. I don't think that I would have had any of the opportunities that were given to me without, the ACS music department and their involvement with the students. Personally, I've had an experience with jazz band, which is based on a lot of collaboration itself. And I think it's a point that I brought up earlier in the year, but I found that the music department to me means like it isn't limited by the grades, it transcends the grades. I've definitely enjoyed my 8 years here. It's something nice to look back on, We have, going on to college, we're gonna have all these memories that we're gonna look back on and we're gonna smile on them because they were good times. So I think, if anything, what I enjoyed most about my time here was not just the music, but also the people I've worked with. They've been incredible.